The most anticipated earnings releases for the week of December 9th, 2024, presented by Earnings Whispers. It is a light week for earnings as the year nears its end, with just over 60 companies set to report. Most of those reporting fall in the technology or retail categories. You've heard of this AI thing, right? At the top of the list on Monday is C3AI, or as I like to call it, the poor man's Palantir. So like Palantir, the stock is likely to react less to the results, and instead to the growing pipeline of work for the future. Then there is Oracle, because that AI has to run somewhere. Most of the interest on Tuesday will be in everyone's favorite meme stock, GameStop. Gaming is starting to pick up, which is a positive for the stock, but this is more about its transformation away from just video games. And as for the stock's performance in the near term, an expected profit. Then there is AutoZone. And yes, that is a breakout of a cup and handle ahead of earnings. Things start to slow down on Wednesday, but there are some big names. Mainly, it will be about Adobe. Are they going to lower guidance or not? That appears to be the main question going into earnings. Before all of that, there will be Macy's, or at least they said they will report by Wednesday morning after pushing things off previously. On Thursday, investors' focus will primarily be on two names reporting 15 minutes after the market closes. Most of it will be on Broadcom, where investors will want to know about an acceleration in custom AI accelerators. Meanwhile, Costco has already pushed to new all-time highs ahead of earnings. You get to take the day off on Friday, or at least one of us will. Despite the light week for earnings, there are a number of companies with elevated volatility going into their announcements. One item of interest is Vera Bradley, which saw its stock price gap to new lows and short sellers jump into their highest positions in years, only to see the stock rally off the lows. That's not typically bearish price action. Option traders are still pricing in a much bigger than usual move on the news this time around. When we look out over the next month, some of the names that we thought just might report shortly after the new year have officially announced earnings for the following week, which means we most likely only have one more week of earnings releases after this one, before we get 2 weeks off.
Shh.